Hi, my name is Blair Bean, and this is my Global Learning Project vlog number 1. Just to refresh you, I interviewed Tanya Sina. We had our interaction at the Landon Cafe in our hall. That's where we lived, and we decided to meet there and change our location because it was easier for both of us. We both had a really busy week full of exams and quizzes and tests. So we talked about our high school experience and the differences between there, and while talking, I felt like we had completely different high school experiences. We had a few similar aspects, but not too many. I felt hers was more based on academics, and mine was based more socially. So a basic day for her was she would wake up at 5:50 a.m., and it took about 40 minutes to get to school by car. In 11th and 12th grade, she got to leave early, come back home to eat lunch, and then from 4 to 5 and 6 to 7 were office hours back at her school. Most of her classes were in focused areas, so they were accounting and economics. She was worried about getting good scores and grades, as well as the SAT and time management to focus on all her different projects and assignments she had. She was happy when she was at school. She said that she loved school, and she had a lot of friends and playing video games. In 10th and 12th grade, she had big tests that were the board exams, and in 12th grade she had a big exam, and that was the most important one. And she had to do CBSE comprehension. To study for those and to prepare, she just did a lot of practice tests. A basic day for me was a lot different. So I woke up at 7:45, and from there, and I got ready and I went to school. My school was right next door. I didn't have to do anything. I just drove. It was not even 5 minutes. And I had physical education, so I remember I took a yoga class, and then I would go to math and English from there, and then I had a half hour for lunch, which isn't that long. And then from there I normally had 2 classes that were choice classes that I had to take. So I remember I took French one year, and I took broadcast journalism. I was part of a program at my school, a broadcast journalism program at my school. And then for me, my worries were more social worries, who was I going to sit with in the cafeteria, who was I going to hang out with, who was I going to sit next to in class, as well as obviously getting good grades and time management and ACT and SAT, and what people were going to think of me if I got this grade on a test and whatnot. And then I was happier, I guess, outside of school when I could just be myself. Netflix made me happy, driving my car, shopping, and hanging out with other people made me happy. I did youth group, and that made me happy. I had one big test, and that was the ACT my junior year. That was really important, and to study for that I got a private tutor and took practice exams. I was really worried about cliques in high school, and she explained to me that she didn't really have any cliques. So again, to reiterate, is her school seemed more academically and my school was more socially. And I felt it was really hard to connect and to relate what was different and what was unique. I think we both had very different high school experiences, and I think it just goes to show, it doesn't just go to show you, it shows you what our different cultures were, where hers was more academia, and again mine was more social, and mine was more relaxed and more okay, this is your learning, and hers was this is what you're doing. It was a lot more serious, and I think in her culture they take it a lot more seriously, where in my culture it's a little more okay, it's fine, it's whatever. I could call some of my teachers by their first name. So thank you for listening to me and my global learning project. Have a good night. Bye.